All right, so my name is Joel.
Yeah, my name is Leon.
My name is Jin Yong.
Hi, I am Derek.
So we created an app called Coderbot, whose sole purpose is to automate the collaboration process. So it's designed specifically for coders. The idea kind of came about with our experience in doing this Next Academy bootcamp. The first few weeks we were learning on our own a lot, and when you got stuck it was more frustrating, and we started to collaborate in group projects and get to know each other and start helping each other out, and we found the learning process was much more efficient and much more enjoyable. So we wanted to, in the spirit of that, create an app that does that for people. What the app does is it basically finds coders in the area that have the skills you're looking for, and it sets a meeting point centralized between all the users so you can meet up and collaborate.
Yeah, I guess so. On the way, as we code, we realized that, what if I wanted to look for users that are not within my area, users that are far away from other countries or other states. So that's when we realized a different problem, and we went to fix it. So in our features, if the bulk of users is in KL, one user is in Penang, we will advise them to meet in KL because the cluster is here, and we will not advise them to meet somewhere in between. But so we will also advise this guy in Penang that in this midpoint, we'll recommend to stay in the hotels nearby. So I think we did scrape some hotel data with the hotel location, the name, the price, how many stars there is. And then I guess later on, if we want to, we can actually add an actual booking feature to the actual hotel in a live app, I guess, yeah.
I'm doing the user experience part because I feel that actually a lot of apps generally is quite flat. I feel that quite boring, so I just put some animation and some kind of a cute robot to make it live.
Yeah.
As I said, it's actually very useful for coders because when we face some problems, it's actually you can't solve it yourself, right? So we need to find someone to help, some collaborators. So actually, this app's very useful for coders. Like all the meeting points for the hotels, it's actually very easy to book and find the meeting points.
Alright, so I'll just go through the user flow. For new users, I guess they would have to sign up first. Let me put this to full screen. So as they sign up, they have to key in their details. For example, Leon Lim, and a valid mail or whatever. Hi there. So as they key in their address, because how this app works is that we are working based on the user's actual location. So whatever they key in here, it will be stored as longitude and latitude in our app. So we have made this entirely fully responsive. So they can see that the location they key in is the actual location, but you intend to key in just to be sure. So this is the entire sign up process. So let me just log into an existing user that we have created. So when you sign in, right away we will head into the landing page, which is the map page. So in this page, you will see all the users in our database. Right, you can see most of them is in KL right now. A few is in Kuantan, Ipoh, and Penang. So we have included a search feature here as well, in case you want to look for a specific area of users to collaborate with. So for now, we only have 4 search filters, which is by language. And further down the road, we could add more search filters for different languages, and perhaps even for different years of experience of the users. So this user now, he has a project right now. So let's view into the project in greater detail. So in this project, we now have actually 6 collaborators. So the collaborators, most of them are in KL and one is in Penang. So how to understand these symbols is that these cubes are the users that we have collaborated with, and these robot heads are the common meeting points. Right, so here we're actually using statistics to calculate the common points of the users. So actually this is all of our meeting points. You can see that it is scattered everywhere. by default, we are only recommending the users to meet in this area because most of them are based in KL, right? So here we are using standard deviation to actually calculate which users is an outlier. So once we've determined the outlier, we remove them from the triangulation process. So this is how we end up with only the meeting points in this area. So now let's try setting a midpoint. Let's say I want to meet them here in H space Petaling Jaya. As I clicked in, I can see the traveling time and distances of each user. So this is just to make sure that it is to everyone's convenience. So let's set the meeting point. Alright, the meeting point has been set. Okay, so as you can see, all these users are in, the traveling time is very minimal, so it's good for them. But we have this one guy that is far away. Right, so his name is Sinmal. So let's log in into his account and see what's happening on his perspective. So let's log in. Right. So if someone have invited you to a project meetup, it will end up in your meeting page. So here he has two events right now. One is the one that we have just set in H space Petaling Jaya. So now that I'm going in, this handy thing tells me that the meeting time is at 5 a.m. in the morning, and it takes 4 hours to travel, so he would have to leave by 11 p.m. the previous day. So because it is too far, right, then we have this extra handy feature for him to search for a hotel that is near the meeting location. So we can search for it in a radius, right, so the hotels pop up. Because we actually have more than, I think, 600 hotels in the KL area, so we don't want to overwhelm our users with too much information. And that's why we came up with this slider bar radius thing to make it more readable. Yep, so here we can see that as I scroll into the hotel, we can book now as well. Okay, so far we have helped users to search for other programmers to collaborate with, meeting points to meet up so that they can discuss their ideas. But we just want to take our idea a step further. So now here we have this user. He has joined us since 2011, and since then he has no project collaborations at all. So when this happens and he goes to his meeting page, our web app will recommend him to attend a bootcamp, just to give his portfolio an upgrade. And in this case, we're using Next Academy as an example. So it just zooms right in to tell you where Next Academy is, and then it just leads you to the Next Academy website for more information. So everything here was done without any animations. It was just JavaScript all the way with a chain of events. And yeah, that's it. This is how you get the Next Academy's website.